Hello and welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to look at how we can be able to display products for our admin. In the last video, we looked at how you can be able to add products. So if you come here and maybe click something like edit here, sorry, if you come here and then click on this create button here, you should be redirected to where you are able to add a new product. So this page here, uh, new product, this one, you should be redirected here, and we are going to do that. So here is where you can be able to choose the image. So for example, you can choose the image like that, and then when you select that image will be displayed here, and then you can add the details of that product. So if you haven't gone through the other videos, kindly make sure that you go through the other videos so that you can understand where we are. So today we are going to show products for admin. So here you can see how they are being displayed, but in this case here, this part here, we are displaying like a dummy data. We are not using like a data from our database, and that's what we are going to do right today. And also, if you come here for the users also, we are not getting the user from our database. We are just displaying a dummy data, but now I want us to be able to display the data from the database, fetch the data from the database, and then display it here. So that's what we are going to do today. And also we are going to look at how on this case where we have products, you can click on this edit here and you'll be redirected to this page here where you'll be able to see uh, the details for the product, or you can be able even to update the image product details. So that is it. So let's get into the tutorial. So right now, because we are here, and I want also when we come to products here and click on create here, you can be able to be taken to create. So let's first of all make sure that this button will take us to the new product page. So I'm going back to my code here, and you can see we are on the admin part here. So let's go to the products page here. And one thing that I'm going to do is to import this link. Already I can see I have imported. And also if you check here, you'll be able to see the dummy dummy products that you are using. This is just a dummy products data that you are using. So right now I want first of all to see where we have this create button. So we have a create button here. You can be able to see it, and I want to wrap it using link. So I'm going to come here and add link, and remember this link is from React Router DOM, so that it can navigate us to what we are calling the other page, a new product page. So I'm going to add it here, and I can say new product. So new product like that. So let me save this like that, and then I'm going to come back here and let's see if it will take us to new product. And also you can see on your left bottom here, you can see we have the route when you hover over this button. So when I click like that, you can see that that button is now taking us to new product. Also, another place that I can update is when you click on edit here, you can see also there is this button also that can take you to add a new product, and this is for easier navigation to this application for the user. So I'm just going to copy this the way it is, and actually let me wrap it because these buttons, they don't look or maybe I can just let me just copy it. I'm going to make sure that they look the same. So I'm going to copy this, and in the product here, I'm going to wrap this create button here also, and I can be able to just add it like that. I think this one had a different color. Let's say for example slate 400, I think so. So if I save that and then come back here, so here you can see link is not found, and that is because we have not imported link. I'm going to copy from this page here. So copy link, and I'm copying it from React Router DOM. So we have here, I'm going to paste it here and then save that. And when I come back here now, you'll be able to see you can click on create and you'll be redirected back here. So let's go back now to our products here, and here we can be able now to fetch the data. So let me do that. So for the products here, first thing that I'm going to do is to import user request. So import, and we are going to import from, remember we have the request methods file here, and from here I can import user request. So also I'm going to create a state here that will handle my products from the database. So I can come here and say products. Actually this is a state, so I'm going to have products, and then set products. So set products, like that. And let me first of all make sure that I zoom here. So I think that's big also. So I can just add here use state like that, and then inside here I can be able to have an empty array like that. That is when you're when you're opening this page, first of all it will be an empty product, and you can see here we have this data. So another thing that I'm going to do is to make sure now that I have use effect to fetch my data. So I'm going to use effect, and this is also from React. So I'm going to import it like that. You can see we have imported up there, and then inside here I'm going to create now. Sorry, let me just come back here. So here we can have this like that, and here inside here I'm going to have try catch so that we display the data. So this one inside here, first thing that I'm going to do is actually we can just first of all have a function inside here. So I'm going to cut that, and then let me create a function. So const get products like that, and then inside here can have a sync, because this one will be able to fetch the data, and we are going to have a synchronous function. So I don't know why this here okay, so this one is a function, and after that I'm going to call this function here. So get products, I'm going to call it here. Another thing before I forget also, I'm going to have a dependence here, because if you don't do this it won't work correctly. And inside here dependencies, you can specify something that you want to be checked, and then it will update something. So here I'm going now to use the try catch. Remember we had try catch, and here I'm going to now have response when we fetch the products. So I'm going to use await, and then I'm going to say user request, and then dot post dot get, and then we have like the endpoint that we want to fetch the product. So in this case it will be slash products, and then after that we are going to have now the function here set products, and then we can say res.data like that. And then if we have an error here, you can use toastify, but in this case I'm just going to use console log, and here I can show the error like that. And then I think that's okay now. So what I'm going to do, I didn't show you that the products here in our database. So I didn't show you that we have you can see here we have only one product in this case, but we can add many products. Also for users, you can see we have two users here. So if it reloads like that, you can see we have this first user here, and also we have the second user. So we created the first user here when we were starting to create this when we were creating our backend, and now we created this other user yesterday. So now let me just go back here, and then I'm going to try and fetch now this data from our database. So I can just come here and remove this data here like that. You can see we have this. Let me just cut it here, and then yeah, like that, and then let me remove it. So now we don't have like that dummy data here. So if you save like that, you'll be able to get the error because you can see we don't have data. So right now, because we don't have that dummy data now, and we are going to fetch from our database in here where we have you can see we have this data here. So what I'm going to do is to replace it to use products like that, and we save that. And what also you need to do is to make sure for these fields here, you can see, for example, something like ID. It should represent how this field is called in the database. So for example, disk should be the same, original price, this in stock here. So let's see if we are going to get now the product. Yeah, you can see already it is showing us like the product that we have in our database. You can see is a face toner here, and then $100, and then in stock is true. So you can see how easy it will be. But here you can see when you click here, we are not going to be, you can see we are going to be redirected here, and actually you can see it's taking the ID, the actual ID for this the actual ID of this here, of this product here. So let me check first of all if it is working as it should. So to do that, you can come here and see for example, for this one is params.id, but as you know that the MongoDB uses underscore ID, not ID. So let's change that, and we go back, and then we can click on edit. You can see it is undefined, so it is ID. So let's just make sure it's an ID like that, and so it's an ID, and I'm going to double check that. So this is the ID here, but it should be underscore ID. I don't know why it's taking like an ID. So that is it. So let me go and do the same for the user. So I'm going to open the user here, and or the users, and I'm going to do the same. So right now you know how to fetch using use effect. So I'm going to open like that the users page, and here I'm going to come up here and do the same. So the first thing is to import use state and use effect. So and also this use request or user request, and copy this like that. I'm going to come to users page, and here I can be able to specify these two. I'm going also to make sure that I can create the state and also fetch using use effect here, but I'm going to change now to I'm going to change to suit the user. So I'm going to paste it here, but in this case here, this will be slash users. That is the first thing, also users, and also I'm going to change this one to get users, and here also remember it's a get users like that. And this one should be users, not products now. So users, and also set users like that. So if I do that and come back to this point here, now this one I can just call users like that, as simple as that. Save that, and if I come back here, you are not able to see any users. So I don't know why. I think let me just come back here. We can, what we can do is we can do the console log so that we see if we are fetching the user. So actually we are not setting the user here, so this is also something that we need to change. So set users, maybe this is the problem. So if I do that, yeah, you can see we have now users, our two users here, and you can see their ID here. And yeah, I think that's okay now. So now the other thing that we have left with is also to make sure that when we click on these products here and click on this point, we can be able to see the details for that product here. So that is let's come back to another endpoint here. So we have an endpoint from our backend. So we have this one. Let me confirm. It is inside our index. It is index up or up here. So we have our products. We have the products here, banners. We have users, and we have orders here. So I think so for these routes here that is called products here, if I go to the controllers, so I'm going to open the controllers for the product, and here you'll be able to see, for example, update products here. And here you can come here to the routes also to confirm which, for example, route also it is. So here, for example, you can see this that is called find and then ID here, and this is to get one product. So we need to do this in order for us to fetch the details of that product and then be able to show on the details page for that product. So for example, here we are going to fetch the details for that one product, and then we can be able to display it here. So let's do that. So we have this page here that is called product, and what we can do is that first of all we need to import something that is called use location, so to get an ID. So use location like that, and then here we are going to first of all have the location. So location, and here we are going to have use location like that. And let me just go back here. So use location, and then after that I can create an ID. So this ID, we are going to get the ID from location. So location, it is going to take from the path name, and then after that we can get to split. Now I can split using a slash like that, and then I'm going to get the second because when you split like that, like this, you'll be able to get an array, and I want to take the second element, so like that. So after this, now because we have an ID here, so I can save on that. And what I mean by getting this ID using location and path name is getting the ID. So let's come back here. So is using ID here to we are getting the ID from this path here, slash product slash this ID, and you can see when you split, because the path name you start here, when you split using this slash here, you'll get two thing. You'll get the product, and then you get the this the ID here. So from here now you pick this ID. So let's see if we can get the ID here. So let me just come here and console log the ID. Let me just come here, and I want to console log first of all the location, and I can also console log, so console.log and then ID, like that. So let's save that and come back here. We are going to inspect this. So when we inspect this, let me come to the console here, and you can see we are getting this ID here. So for the location is this object part here, and you can see this object location here has a path name here. So it has a this, I can call the variable called path name. So that's why we are doing location dot path name. And then so if I come here and also, for example, in this case, I just print the path name, like that. Yeah, you can be able to see that now we can get the just the path name here. And then if I split, so when I split like that, when I split using the slash here, you'll be able to see that I'm going to get an array. So if I save that and then come back here, you can see now we are getting an array. And then the array here, first of all, it has this as the first element, the second element, and the third element. So I'm going to I can come here and specify 2, like which is the third element. So if I save that, and then here, actually it is second because array start at index 0. So if I save that and then come here, you can be able to see that, yeah, this is the ID now. So if I, for example, add 1 here, you can see we are getting the product here, but I want the third one here. So that is something that also you need to understand. So after this, now I can just remove this, and I want to create a state here. So for the product, so I'm going to just add here const, and then we are going to have a product, and we are going to set product, and yeah, I'm going to have use state, and this time this will be an object because it's just one product and it will be an object. So after that, I'm going to use effect. So let me use effect in order for us to be able to just take that one product. So here I'm going to have use product, or use effect, sorry, use effect, like that. And then inside here, I'm going to have first of all the this part here. Let me just have this, and here I'm going to have an array, like that. So inside here now, I'm just going to have a function, and this function called get product, and then here we are going to have a sync, and we are going to have a product. So let me have that as an object, and then we can have a try catch. So try catch here, and then also I can have a get product here. We are going to call get product here, and then here I can, for example, the first thing that I'm going to do is to get the response, and I'm going to await, and I'm going to use user request. So user request here, and I can get now the products. So the products like that, and then find, and in this case now I'm going to add now the ID, because you can remember the route we have checked. We need to add like an ID, so plus ID here. So after that now we can come here and set product, and then this one will be test.data like that, and we can console log, so console.log, and we are going to console log error here like that. So we can console log the error. So I can save this and see if we can get the product using we are using this ID here and our endpoint. So I'm going to also console log here the product. Let's see if I can print the product here, console.log, and then we have the product like that. So I think now we can try and see if I can get the product. So here I'm getting the error use state is not defined, and this is because we have not imported use state. So use state, yeah, like that. I think that's now I should be able to work correctly. So yeah, you can see actually we can now print. You can see we are printing our product here. We can get this product. So, and this is the product that we added in the last video. So what I'm going to do, you can see actually it has also ratings here, and it has everything. So we can display now the information here. So I'm going to close this, and now I don't want us to actually print this product here, so I'm just going to remove it like that. And here we can be able to, for example, come here and replace for example this one. I can say this one will be just be product.id, and it is underscore id, so product dot underscore, so dot underscore id like that. And then also the same for this one. I'm going to just use product, let me just come here, so product dot underscore id, save that. And so if I come back here, you'll be able to see where we have sales. You can see the ID here is an ID for that product. So here for the product name, we can be able to display, for example, let me display placeholder for the product name. I can just come here and say this is product dot title like that. If I save that, let's see if we can see it. Yeah, you can see here we have paste owner. So for the product description, I can add a placeholder here, and then this one is a place. Let me just say a product. This is product dot description. The original price here. This is a price holder, which will be product. So this one will be just product dot original price. And for the discounted here, also it will be placeholder. Then here we can have a product dot let's say discounted price like that. Save that. And in stock, of course, we can just leave it like that. But for this one here, I'm going to change to image. So this one will be product and then dot image, like that. Save that. Yeah, and then I think that's okay now. If I just come back here, you can see we have the product, and also I need to change this here. So I'm just going to come up here where we have the image. I think it's up here, yeah. So I'm going to change this also to image product dot image, like that, and then save that. And if I do that now, you can see we can have that information here. But now if we want to correct the information here, for example, we have where we can correct this information and post and change in our database. So we can do that by updating. So it's just to correct the information right here. So I'm going to show you that. So remember, in our new products here, we used these inputs. So I'm going to copy it like that, and then copy, and then here for the product, I'm going to just paste it here for the inputs, and then we can use handle change. Remember, we used handle change that corrects the information from the inputs. So this one, I'm going to copy this, and we can paste it here and save that. And for this now, for these inputs, so for example, let me just come to my inputs here, down here. So for this one, I can use on change. So on change, and here I can specify handle change, and this will be just very easy because we need to just copy this and paste where we need to use it. So for example here, also for this one here, and here also, and here also you need to make sure that the name represents. So for example, for this one, for the product here, I want the name to be title because that's how we are calling it in the database, and if we don't do that, it won't work. So this one will be title, this one is name is description, so this is a disk, like that. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, like that. We have original price, so the name here, so the is name is original price. For the discounted price here, the name is discounted price, and then okay, now I think that's okay now, and I can create a function. So when you click on this button here for the update, I can create an event here on click, and then I can say handle update, like that. So I'm going to create that function up here, and we can say const, and then after that, we have handle update, and then this is a function, so we just create this function here. So after this, now this will be very simple. We are going to just use try catch, and then another thing is await here, async, and then you can use await here, and then you can use request, and in this case I'm going to use put request, so this one, and here we can use the endpoint. So the endpoint is I'm going to use backtick so that it is product, and then slash the ID now. So the ID here, you can just use the ID like that. And then now we are going to have the inputs here. So have the inputs, and actually we can spread them here. Or I think, yeah, we can just spread them right here, like that. And then console.log if we have error, but you can use Toastify. So error like that. So I think now that's okay now. So I think this video is longer, and we need to end this video here so that we continue on the other video, where also we are going to start concentrating also on our front end, because remember we have our front end here. Also we need to show the product here, and I think now from the other video we are also going to be able to show the banners, how to upload banners, and then we are going to go and start working on our front end. So the other thing is to just be able to make sure that we are pushing our code to GitHub, as we are doing in every video or after some time. So git add, and then git commit, and then here I can say fetching products from database, from admin, sorry, and users like that. I think, I don't know if it makes sense, but it is okay. So I don't know, command git not found. Okay, you can see where I'm making the mistake. So like that, and then git push, and then let's see. So here I'm going to push now the code like that, and then I'm going to come up here, and then let me open my GitHub, and then we have this, let me see here, we have this beauty store here, and I want now to merge. So we have, you'll see the notification here, you can see from integration 23 seconds ago, and we can merge now with our master. So create pull request, and then you can see it's loading. So checking for ability to merge automatically here, and then merge pull request, confirm merge. Yeah, and then I think, yeah, that's okay now. So that is it, and I think this video have been helpful. Leave a comment and let me know how this project is taking you, and then I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.